orgullo di presentare di 2012-2013 edición de Warren County High, Máquina de Marcha Dinámica. Charlotte, North Carolina, it's my proud pleasure to present to you the 2012-2013 edition of the Warren County High Dynamic Marching Machine. We've traveled all the way down 85 South to show up and show out just for you. Drum Major Sidney Bullock, the machine is now fueled and ready to roll. Would you please take the field?
My name is Ryan Yule. I'm currently a science teacher at Warren New Tech High School. I marched saxophone in the dynamic marching machine for 4 years under Mr. Taylor Whitehead. What I loved most about my band experience while at Warren County High School was the opportunity to be exposed to many different things. College campuses, Greek life, traveling to different cities. It definitely gave me the opportunity to be exposed to many different things and opportunities that I would not have had otherwise here in Warren County. My most memorable experience with the dynamic marching machine was back in, I believe, 2006 when we traveled to Washington, D.C. to compete in the first ever national competition. I remember the temperature being like 40 degrees. It was freezing cold. Everybody had chills, but just the anticipation to be successful, that being our first nationals, was really exciting. It was groundbreaking, and I believe that this was a transitional period in the dynamic marching machine from a battle of the bands type of band to a more competition-based band. And I'll always remember that opportunity back in Washington, D.C. In 2006 for the first ever national competition.
Hi, my name is Chandra Sledge. I'm principal at Warren New Tech High School. I was in the marching band at Warren County High School from 92 to 96, and Mr. Belvin Powell was my band director. I played the alto saxophone. The band now is very different than when I was in the band. We had a choral style band, and we used to beg Mr. Powell if we could do dances and show style, and he was so strict he wouldn't let us do it. But we had a really disciplined band. It's disciplined now as well, but we just, our show style was completely different, and we were marching in straight rows, very stiff performances. So that's the major difference.
Hello, I'm Kelly Hall, formerly Kelly Worth. I was in Warren County High's band from 92 to 96. Played saxophone, alto, and soprano all 4 years, and marched drum major my junior and senior year. So the band is different now from when I joined, because initially we marched choral style, which was just kind of the heel-to-toe march, and now they do the high step, which is the more traditional form, and they integrate more kind of hip-hop, R&B music, as opposed to just kind of show music. What I like most about the band is seeing how far the band has come from when I used to march. We started off a completely different style, and now the band is a more traditional style, more high step, like most of the historically black college and university bands are.
My name is Ann Williams. I served in the band for 4 years under the direction of Taylor Whitehead. For 2 of those years, I played tenor drum. For the 3rd year, I played bass drum. And my last year of band, I was the 2015-2016 drum major of the dynamic marching machine. I joined band because my sister started off in band when I was younger, and that kind of ignited the passion that I would have for band in the long run. But being that my life was centered around music, I wanted to participate in music on an academic level. And joining the band was one of the best things that ever happened to me in my entire lifetime. And it had an impact on my character. I learned a lot of things over the course of my experience with band, but one of the main things I took away from it was having pride, because having pride instills great leadership. And I believe that having pride was one of the main reasons why I stepped up to the challenge of being drum major my senior year. Because having a legacy behind you of such nature, it requires pride, because pride helps the vision to flourish, and without pride, the vision is blurred.
My name is Taylor Whitehead, and I am the band director of the Warren County High School Dynamic Marching Machine. I've been the band director in Warren County for 19 years. I first came here in July of 1997. Prior to me, the band had only really been high-stepping for about 1 year. For quite some time, they were a core-style band. And the band director prior to me started the process of switching them over to a high-stepping band. So in 1995, 96, they went high-stepping, and then really in 97, I took it where we were a full high-stepping band. It really wasn't until about 1999 that we really had the expansion and the growth of the program. It took a long time for it really to develop, but in 1999, we started to go to competitions. And after we go into competitions and seeing other bands and seeing how we stack up against other groups, did we really start to improve. Around 2001, 2002, 2003, the band then became the popular organization at school. In 2005, we started participating in the National High Stepping Band Championship. The first one we ever went to was in Washington, D.C. So we went there in 2005, actually 2004 was the first year. Then we went to Birmingham, Alabama, and it wasn't until 2006 that we actually won our first band national championship as a Class AA band. And ever since that time, the band really started to see a lot of growth, particularly with the drum line. The drum line's won 9 national championships. The band has won 7. Then around 2012, 2013, we really started to see the improvement with the auxiliary units. And since that point in time, the flags and the dancers and majorettes have done an outstanding job. And as we know today, the band is one of the more outstanding performing groups, not only in North Carolina, but in the nation. When I first came here, the band had 2 main rivals, Northwest Halifax and Southeast Halifax, both out of Halifax County, which is our neighboring county. Northwest was the primary rival, but the rivalry with those 2 bands is what made this band become what it is. It took a whole lot of sweat, tears, pain, and stuff, but we did, as time went on, we started to pass on. Particularly with the drum line, actually Northwest had an outstanding drum line from the very beginning. It really, somewhere in the middle years, maybe around 1998, 99, one of the section leader from Northwest Halifax was dating the drum major at Warren County. And he would actually come over here in the evenings, and he started to work with Warren County's drum line and show us some of the things that we didn't know. So some of the popular cadences that we still play to this day, we learned from the section leader of the Northwest Band. That's some history a lot of people don't know, but I have to give credit to where it was due. From when I first got here to now, the band is really different in terms of, for one thing, at that point in time, all the students went to Warren County High School for the most part. Shortly after, we added the students from the middle school, and then eventually, when the other schools came to New Tech and the early college, we had students at other schools. So back during that point in time, the majority of the students were actually here and pretty much had band class. But the big difference with the band now is that back then we were kind of, I would say, we were talented, and we were primarily focusing on volume and just being a battle type band. We were involved in a lot of battle bands, gym battles, and we would battle bands after parades and football games and things of that nature. But now the band has really grown into a competition band, where we put our primary focus on doing well in field show competitions, dance competitions, and drumline competitions. So we're now more on the competitive side, where rather than just entertaining fans, we're very, very competitive.
If I was to use 3 words to describe my marching band experience at Warren County High School, it would be discipline, dedication, and loyalty.
Emotion, family, and life.
Exciting, innovative, and award-winning.
Joyful, invigorating, and lively.